Welcome to Celery Talk Season 2, Episode 7? I think it's 7. How cool is that? That means we're probably about 7 weeks into the year, right? Holy moly! Doesn't that feel like that's insane? How is that true? Happy Friday, everyone. Take a big deep breath. Can you imagine us all taking like a collective deep breath together? How cool is that? Like just the energy and the thought of that. And today is your day. Today is gonna be the best Friday, even better than last Friday and the Friday before that. We don't live in the past. Today is your day to create something fantastic for yourself. So know that you're gonna do that. Wherever you go and whatever you end up doing today, it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. And absolute miracles are coming your way. Cool, right? All right, so today I am making celery juice actually with apple and ginger because it's also my celery juice anniversary. 6-month celery juice anniversary. You guys, I've been drinking celery juice for 6 months. I don't think I've done anything for 6 months every single day. And you know what? I'm gonna go 99% because I think there may have been 1 or 2 days that I did not imbibe, and I felt that. So, but today in celebration, I'm gonna add an apple and ginger. You gotta keep shit interesting. Okay, so today's episode is brought to you by letting go. Oh, even just saying the words makes me feel better. So, why? I aim to only tell you the truth about my life, and the truth about the world. No more shining ourselves on. Let's all fucking wake up and let's live in the reality that we live in and know that we are powerful creators and can create anything that we want. So the truth is, I have something I really need to let go of. Something that's kind of creeping up over and over and over again when things get quiet for me. And I've done a really good job of distracting myself for a very long time. And then yesterday I experienced it burning myself to the ground, emotionally and physically. Let's just say it involved a little bit of vodka. And I believe that what spirits can do for you is make you feel very spirited. When you're feeling great and you have a couple cocktails, aren't you just like the best possible version of yourself? Aren't you just like, I'm like running this room, I'm feeling good, I'm making people laugh, I'm happy. And then do you ever notice that when you're not feeling super great and you go out kind of obligatorily, you need a V8, you're a little off, maybe you get a little bitey, maybe you take something a little personally. Well, what happens for me, because I'm generally a very, very sunny person, I have had this thought, this thing I need to let go of, and I haven't let it go. And so Captain Vodka helped me deal with it. Maybe not in the most healthy way, but the point of me telling you this is if you don't process it, it's gonna come back. And I actually believe it just comes back a little bigger. It comes back different, but it comes back bigger because it's just like, it's nagging at you to handle it, to put on the gangster rap and fucking handle it. And if you don't, if you squash it like I was doing and distracting myself from what was really going on, then it comes up not in a very pretty way, it ain't cute, and then it's forcing you to deal with it, and then sometimes embarrassing you in front of your best friend and your husband. Thank God. There was that. Okay, so here's what I need to let go of. I have the thought, and this thought is creating suffering for me. And if you study Buddhism or really any of the major personal development people, it is our attachment to emotions and feelings that creates suffering. So if we can kind of peel it back and see what are we really attached to when we feel guilt or shame or disgust or anger, despair, what's really going on? We can find that we're generally attached to an expectation or an outcome that's other than what is really true. So for me, I have to finally let go of the fact that I believe that the relationship I have with my father is anything other than it is. So I found out about 6 months ago that he has stage 4 lung cancer. At that time, his prognosis was 4 months, and now we're 6 months later. which is lovely. And I think perhaps me being back in his life helped him feel really good and gave him probably a boost of energy. I'm not saying that I'm just amazing and oh my God, I've created miracles, but I am actually saying that. So I get a letter and it says this, and then it also says something else. It says, if you give me $2,500, I'll love you more. So if that's just a little window and a glimpse to this relationship that I have with my dad, I had to put that up here front and center because it's important to know that I'm not letting go of a relationship because I'm a brat. You know, I'm not letting go of a relationship because I feel like, you know, he doesn't give me what I want. Actually, that is why. But for years and years and years, and I'm turning 40 on February 19th. Woo! That is awesome. I have never been more excited to turn 40. Although I've never turned 40, so maybe, yeah, that's absolutely true. So I have to let go of the thought that my relationship with him is anything different than what it is. So I had this like movie star idea, right? Oh, we're gonna come back together after about 20 years of not really talking to one another. And not because we were mad, just because there is no emotional connection there that just never was made. And so I thought, okay, great. You know, this is just such an amazing opportunity for us to like create this fairy tale storybook ending to our relationship, 20 years of estrangement. We come back together and bond over, you know, the grips of cancer. And, you know, we laugh and we cry, we tell stories, we care about each other's lives, we say we're sorry. And it's just this denouement of absolute like connection and beauty and only the shit that you see in the movies. And I'm not saying that it's not possible for us, but I'm saying that 40 years track record, stop being insane, Sarah. And so I was falling for it hook, line, and sinker, and I was spending days and sometimes twice a day talking to this person on the phone, and every time it would start off super sunny and then it would be just dark black shadow. And I would walk away from these calls just sick and just emotionally drained and feeling powerless. I wanted to help, and so I just pick myself up and grit my teeth and make another fucking phone call. And the same outcome, and the same outcome. And there's a lot more detail I'm not even giving you. I can do that all day long on a whole nother thing, but you call me, I'll tell you, I don't mind. But the whole point is like, it was just incessant suffering. And then I was starting to feel guilt that I wasn't able to be this change agent for him and you know, come in and like surgically change him as a 70-year-old dying man who's not lived the most healthy of lives. I was somehow going to come in and make some grand changes for him and, you know, have my dad back. It's a great thought, but when it works, but when the thought is only suffering, then it's not a great thought anymore. It's only good until it's not good anymore, right? So here's the thing though, it's like I'm hanging on to this and I'm distracting myself from it, and I'm feeling guilt and shame and fear and anger, and it's like, oh God, those are such heavy shit that they don't serve me, and quite honestly, they're not serving him. You know what I mean? Like I'm showing up resentful and hateful and just gritting my teeth through it. It's not a way to have a relationship with anyone. If you're having a relationship like that with someone, sit down and really do some processing of that. Like see where some changes can be made. For me, the change is absolutely letting go. Letting go of a reality that is not real. Letting go of this sort of like connection and coming together. I could beat my head against the wall a little bit more and cry over some vodka. Sure, I could do that and then be like, you know what? But I did it. I showed up. You know, it's like, well, yeah, I fucking tried. I'm not saying I didn't try, you guys. I tried for months and months. I was on the phone with lawyers and hospice and all the shit. And it still, at the end of the day, was vitriol, hate, blame, and ugliness. And I live a life of extraordinary positivity. And it is awesome. I know who I am, I know what I want, I know what I'm capable of, I know how beautiful life can be. And I also then, because I know the beauty, I know the shadow, and I know how much it's trying to pull me down, and I fucking won't let it. So I gotta let that shit go. And it's a big deal. But I gotta tell you, the minute that I accepted it, the weights started to just fall away. I tried, right? Like I didn't just bratty not show up for it, I did. And I got what I guess I should have known. I'm not mad, and I forgive him. This is the best he's got, man. This is the best he has. And I can't give myself to somebody who sucks my energy. I'm making an impact. I have lives to save. So this is not something that I can use anymore. So I'm telling you this story, and I'm just scratching the surface. But the point is like, that's a big deal and scary thing to feel like you have to let go of. God, what else? What else can we let go of? What are the little things like eating too late at night that can just open us up and feel relief and feel the weights just falling off of us so we can actually create space to make a better impact on humanity. So we can show up. He couldn't show up. We gotta show up. We've gotta wake up and we have to show up. And that means we've gotta let go of the weights and the chains and the shit that's keeping us from doing that. Clearly I'm very passionate about this. Okay, celery juice. I couldn't even get to this. Like seriously, sometimes I don't drink this until noon because I'm like, I gotta keep talking about my dad. And I have a tendency to laugh through pain. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I'm actually really processing this, that there's no little nag in there. I've let it go. God bless him in sending him peace and light. And I hope you guys will do the same thing. And I hope you'll think about something you can let go of today that'll open up some space and lift a weight. Handle it. Fucking put the gangster rep on and handle it. I love you guys. You're going to have a great day. Thank you so much for supporting and listening to me. Till next week.